Decentralized finance just wiped out billions of dollars in a single weekend. And somehow, people are still calling it the future of money. We need to talk about what's actually happening here, because the story is wilder than you think. Picture a bank that never sleeps, never asks for your ID, and is run entirely by code that's the dream DeFi sold us. And honestly, it's not a bad pitch. The reality, though, is a little more complicated than the brochure. The catalyst behind this whole movement traces back to the 2008 financial crisis, when people watched banks get bailed out while ordinary folks lost their homes. A group of cypherpunks and economists looked at that disaster and said, what if we just removed the middleman entirely? Ethereum gave them the toolkit, and suddenly, smart contracts, self-executing pieces of code were doing the job of loan officers, brokers, and clearinghouses. The hype peaks somewhere around 2021, when decentralized exchanges were processing billions in daily volume, and your neighbor's kid was bragging about yield farming returns that sounded like a misprint. Headlines screamed that traditional banking was obsolete. Venture capital poured in, and protocols with names like Uniswap and Aave became household names, at least in certain households. Then came the rug pulls, the exploits, and the infamous Terra Luna collapse, which vaporized roughly $60 billion in market value in about 72 hours. Suddenly, the narrative shifted from banks are dead to, wait, who audited that smart contract again? The psychological whiplash here is real experts like Vitalik Buterin himself have warned that the space grew faster than its security infrastructure could handle. And that's not a small admission. But here's the balance. Some of the most respected fintech researchers still argue DeFi's underlying architecture is genuinely revolutionary, even if the current implementations are messy teenagers. Zoom out, and this isn't new. Every major financial innovation, from railroads to internet stocks to derivatives, went through an identical cycle of euphoria, implosion, and eventual maturation. The dot-com bubble wiped out trillions, yet Amazon and Google survived and quietly became the backbone of modern commerce. History keeps a ledger, and that ledger shows that approximately 90% of protocols launched during peak DeFi mania in 2021 are effectively dead or abandoned today. But the 10% that survived are processing real value, serving real users, and attracting institutional capital that would have laughed at the concept 3 years ago. Here's the common misconception we need to kill right now. DeFi is not anonymous crime software, and it's not a guaranteed passive income machine either. Its infrastructure, like TCP/IP, was infrastructure messy, evolving, and misunderstood until it suddenly wasn't. Practically speaking, if you're going to engage with DeFi, you treat it like any asymmetric risk asset. Small position sizes, protocols with multi-year track records and transparent audits, and absolutely no money you cannot afford to lose. Emotion is the most expensive gas fee in this space, and discipline is the only smart contract that actually protects your capital. The actionable lesson history hands us is embarrassingly simple. The people who survived crypto winters weren't the ones with the hottest tips. They were the ones who sized correctly and didn't panic sell into the void. Process beats conviction every single time, and DeFi is perhaps the purest stress test of that principle ever invented. Philosophically, what DeFi is really asking us to examine is our relationship with trust, who we grant it to, why we grant it, and what happens when the institution we trusted is replaced by code we didn't read. That's not just a finance question, that's a civilization level question dressed up in tokenomics. The beautiful irony is that decentralized finance, built to escape human fallibility, keeps getting compromised by human fallibility, bad actors, greed, and governance failures that any student of history could have predicted. And yet the architecture underneath, the permissionless, programmable money layer, is genuinely hard to uninvent. We can sit here and debate whether DeFi eats traditional banking or traditional banking absorbs DeFi. And honestly, both outcomes are fine if you've done the homework and sized your exposure rationally. The worst position you can hold isn't a losing trade, it's an uninformed one. Whether you're exploring DeFi, diversifying into real estate, or trying to figure out how to fund your next big move, we can help you get started in real estate investing, connect you with home contracting work, and find the right lenders. Check out our links in the description below.